Hello, I'm Anand Naidu in Washington. The main story is brought to you by Al Jazeera. The U.S. Central Bank looks set to intervene in the economy again. In a speech delivered in Boston, Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke said the economy is growing at a pace that's, quote, less vigorous than he would like. He added that the Fed would consider non-conventional measures to help keep interest rates down. To Chile now, where nearly all of the 33 miners rescued on Wednesday have now been released from hospital. 2 miners are still receiving medical treatment. They're being transferred out of the Copiapó hospital for specialized care. The first 3 miners were released on Thursday, while the rest were discharged in just the past few hours. A major fuel pipeline serving Paris's 2 main airports has been cut during protests over pension reform. Unions are blocking all of the country's oil refineries as demonstrations over government austerity measures continues throughout France. The government has called in police to keep the nation's fuel supplies moving. Harry Smith has more.
These strikes have been going on now for 4 days and neither side shows any signs of giving in. The disruption is likely to be even greater on Saturday when demonstrations will take place in towns and cities across France, the biggest of them here in Paris, where thousands of students and other groups are likely to descend on the capital, intent on confrontation with the police.
Israel's housing ministry has announced plans for the construction of nearly 240 new houses in illegal settlement blocks in occupied East Jerusalem. It includes developments in the settlements of Ramot and Pisgat Zev. Shireen Tedros has more.
According to much of the Hebrew press, this latest move signals the real end of the settlement freeze. Now, that moratorium never actually extended to include occupied East Jerusalem, but there has been a de facto freeze in construction in the east of the city for around 10 months or so. But the situation may be even more complicated than that, because it's been widely reported in the Israeli media that, in fact, the US were made aware that these tenders would be issued. So they, in fact, bargained the Israeli side down from 600 homes to around 240 or so.
And those are our top stories. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with all the news on our website, and that's at aljazeera.net/English.